What is going on, everybody? I hope you guys are all having an amazing day. It's been a while since I did a video, other than like a vlog, just like an actual video. I know I did like the cool montage type video talking about my 1 year on YouTube and how excited I am to see where I'm gonna grow as far as this channel. It is a new year. I've gotten a lot of really cool products as far as photography. I've upped my videography game a lot as well. So I wanted to just show you guys what I kind of carry around in my camera bag and like what kind of tech I have and what products I use to put on the videos that you see, to put the videos on as far as wedding videos, to show you the pictures that I take, stuff like that, just in general. So I obviously shoot on the Sony a7 II, so you're going to need a camera whether you shoot mirrorless or DSLR. It doesn't really matter. These products are all universal and they're all things that you need as far as photo and video editing. So I have this thing right here to start off. This is by Hyper. It is a computer company, a computer tech company, and it is a riser for your laptop. I didn't have this for a very long time now, but now that I am using it, I take it with me everywhere, because if I'm going to be set up on a desk somewhere, I don't want to just have my wrist at like a weird angle trying to type. But this gives you a bunch of different variations of height that you can adjust it to, and it comes with a very cool little slim carrying case, and it's very easy. It expands just like this and it locks into place, so it's not going to go anywhere. But whenever you are ready to store it up, it is very slim and very compact, and I love it. It makes my MacBook sit higher, and I can kind of have it set somewhere and look at it a little bit better. And not a necessary thing, but it helps if you're going to be editing videos for a very long portion of time. Now, sticking with video, I have the Power Beats Pro wireless. Very tough to say. All these things have very long titles, but this is the wireless headphones that are pretty much the AirPods for Beats. They go over your ear and then they go in your ear. It is a very simple product, but these are very helpful because if you did not know, Apple actually owns Beats. So the same easy compatibility stuff that you do with your AirPods, it has this as well. I wanted these because I like the fact it goes over your ear. I can work out with them. I can get them wet and I can sweat and stuff like that, and it's not going to mess them up. I didn't see the point in getting AirPods because they don't have really good sound quality, and if I was going to spend $250 on the newer AirPods, why not just go ahead and get Beats that I know are going to be really good and that I can use, and they come in black. It's hard to beat the black, because if you can't tell, a lot of the stuff that I use is black. It's obviously my favorite color. So if you are buying a camera and you are getting one on the cheaper end, obviously once you get above the more like $1,500, $2,000, above that range, everything that and above, it doesn't come with a actual lens on it. This is the kit lens for the Sony a7 II. It is the 70 to 28 to 70. This got me through a year and a half. This one lens got me through a year and a half of photography, pushing out videos, pushing out pictures, everything, wedding videos, wedding pictures, church videos, church pictures, everything that I've done, portraits, everything up until a month and a half ago was shot on this lens right here. This thing is an absolute beast. Don't let the fact that you don't have an expensive lens be the reason that you don't create something amazing. I will be the first person to tell you, as you can see from my tech, I don't have any of the very high-end version of everything, but I'm a firm believer that buying expensive stuff and the expensive version of everything doesn't make you better at what you're doing. So I'm very glad that I got to utilize this to its max. I mean, the stickers are coming off, there's fingerprints. I mean, this thing went with me everywhere. But enough ranting. This little thing right here had not been used very much, but the times that it was used, it was very helpful. This is a battery pack. I have two of them with me. I think this one is only 1,000 milliamp hours, so it's not very big, but it's very slim. It's very compact. It kind of can fit. It's supposed to fit in your wallet or in your back pocket kind of thing, and not be like a big bulge. So it looks, and it's black. You know, it looks really nice. There's got a really slim form factor to it. It just kind of looks and feels. It has a cool little texture to it. I don't know if you can really see it. This right here, I have only got to really use it a couple times, but the times that I have used it for a paid photo shoot already. The Peter Mckinnon Polar Pro Variable ND, the Signature Edition version 2. That was just like 1,000 words that I said right here. If you don't know what this is a pretty much sunglasses for your lens. It's kind of what I tell people, because that's really what it is. If you shoot on a low aperture, if you know what I'm talking about, the lower the aperture, the blurrier the background. The higher the aperture, the more in focus everything is. If you want to shoot on that really low aperture, it makes your lens be really, really open. Well, the more open it is, the more sunlight can get in. So if you have this, you don't have to worry about shooting on a higher aperture, so that way you can get the cool blurry background while still being outside and stuff like that. The one I was going to buy wasn't going to be the Peter Mckinnon and Polar Pro version, but I spent a little bit more money on this because I knew I needed it to last. I knew the other ones lasted, but I watched countless videos of reviews of this and other lenses, and everybody says the best bang for your buck if you want to go and just spend a little bit more on something that you're going to use, because this is universal through all of your lenses that have the same size thread. Now, if I'm going over your head with it, then just don't worry about it. But for all the people that know I'm talking about, this is a 67mm thread, so it will not fit on the other two lenses that I have. But from every lens here on out, if I have a 67mm thread pattern on it, I can use this right here. So I will be doing a separate video just talking about that and whether or not I think you should get it as a beginner, as an intermediate, advanced, stuff like that. If it's worth the money, I will be doing a separate video all about that, so just be on the lookout for that. The next thing is something I think I've used this as much as anything else, and it is a hard drive. It is a 2TB hard drive from Seagate. I think this one was $70, and I recommend using this because I have now 6 SD cards. So switching between which one's which and having stuff stored on different ones is just mass chaos. And just to have this, and if I need to switch it from my Mac to my PC, it is Mac and Windows compatible. So that was a big thing for me, that I didn't just get one that was just Mac or just Windows, because I switch it back and forth. Like if I'm doing stream covers or something like that, or if there's just some files I need to transfer over, wallpapers, anything like that, I am able to do that because I have one that does it. Probably the most underrated tool in my entire little tool bag right here. Now, what you guys have seen has been all produced and created on the 13-inch 2020 MacBook Pro. This is not the one with the M1 chip in it. The M1 chip came out at the end of the year. I got mine at the very beginning of the year, right when the pandemic hit, and I wasn't really making a lot of content until that time. I think I had maybe one or two videos, so there was nothing really big. But every wedding video, every picture you guys have seen on Instagram, everything has been edited and done on this. I almost use this exclusively just for business, because everything that's for pleasure now is obviously ran on this huge beast of a creation right here that is a whole separate video on itself. If you want to see that, I will link it up in the little thing right here, so you can just click on that and look at the video for that. So this thing was something I haven't had very long. I actually got it from Walmart. It is a tripod that just, you open the legs and sit it right there. This uses the universal thread pattern for the bottom of your cameras. So anything that has that same thread pattern, it just goes on there, which, hint hint, wink wink, if you don't know, most of the stuff that goes on the hot shoe of your camera or anything to do with photography, videography products usually has this same thing. So I'm not gonna, this is kind of early, but if you have the light, you can twist it on there, and now you have a tripod, and now you have another light that could be another angle for you. Or if you have like a smaller camera, boom, you can set it up, be like another second low angle, something like that, something that just sits on your desk. Instead of having to carry around a huge tripod, you can just use that and it works just as good. But I will now switch to the actual light itself. So this is this light is from Best Buy. I think it's by like Sun Solar Pro Pack, something like that. This thing is dumb bright. I used this for a good little while before I realized I needed something a lot better than this. But this light is very luminescent. This is actually at its dimmest setting, and then at its brightest setting. There's actually been times where I needed this. I'm glad I brought it on a wedding shoot because the photographer did not have a light, and it was outside. It was super dark. It got dark early because it was the weather. Because of the weather, I don't know why I said it like that. Because of the weather, and I used this and lit up the whole family that was taking pictures. So if there wasn't this, she might not have got the picture, and I know it's got nothing to do with me because I was there for video. But we gotta stick together. Photo, video, doesn't matter. We're all trying to get the shot and make sure we capture the moments. It does have the little thing to go on the top of your camera, so if you want to just vlog with it, you can do that if you can. The diffuser is not good. I don't like the diffuser on it. It's literally just a little piece of plastic, so I actually had to get a piece of paper, cut it, and let it fit right here. I don't have it in there because I don't really use this as much anymore, so I don't worry about it. And it takes 4 AA batteries, so it is definitely a thing if you don't have batteries just laying around. That is a pretty big ordeal. I have had to change these quite a bit because it uses a lot of battery while you have it on. So if you are looking for a cheap way to get by now, if you don't need the big dome lights that I have, then just go with something like this until you master the lighting and video portion of whatever you're trying to do. So this is something I've used not very much, but I'm glad I have it in case I do need it. This is a phone mount for your tripod or your smaller tripod. It just has that same little screw hole. You just screw it in, and then boom, you have another third angle. You can pull it up, put your phone in there. It does fit all phones. The only reason I don't use it that much is because a lot of stuff is filmed vertically now, and it's very hard to fit your phone in there vertically and make sure it's all straight and stuff. So I don't use it very much, and I don't film a lot of BTS stuff. It is a good little thing to have just in case you are using your phone for photo or video, which there's nothing wrong with that as well, because I mean, you're paying buku amounts of money for your phone now. They pretty much do just about as much as and as good a quality as what my camera does now. So good little tool to have, and it actually comes with a tripod. This was the first lens that I bought. So this is the Sony 50mm f1.8. It is very compact, very small. I mean, even when you compare it to my kit lens, it still is very small. I mean, it's well under half the size of the Sigma 35 that I have on there now. This is sentimental because it was the first lens that I bought. Other than the kit lens, I haven't really had a use for this. The quality for this is really good for only being $200. The only reason I couldn't see a use in it is because 50mm is a very specific focal length that you need for very specific things. And the things that I was doing, I needed something like the 28-70 kit lens because I was moving in different areas, I was zooming in, I was getting close, and the 50mm 1.8, it did that, just not at a rate that I need. But the autofocus on this is really cruddy, but it is a little under $300, so what can you really expect from a lens that is under $300? Another thing that I didn't think I was ever gonna have to need. So this is a case for my SD cards. It is made by Pelican. All you do, it just has a clamp on the side. You open it up, and boom. So you can fit micro SD cards and SD cards on this side, as well as SD cards on this side. So obviously I have one that goes here, and I have two of them that go here, but one's in my drone, one is I don't know where the other one is, to be honest with you, and then this one is what I'm shooting on right now. So obviously not going to be in there, but this is very tight. It's very sealed. You close it and it's weather tight. It's very good seal on it. It's a very good case. It's made by Pelican, and if you don't know anything about Pelican cases, they are very big in the photo and video world. So I had to get one of those. It was, I think, $10, but it was well worth it just to store all my SD cards at one time. Things, I guess, are kind of together. More batteries. Whenever I got into Sony, I did not realize how fast their batteries die. They are very small. Like, this is two of them together. You can kind of see they fit in my hand at a very small rate. Like, I guess I got big hands, but they aren't very big at all. If you want a comparison, here is the Beats Pro, and I mean, they're very small, so you can kind of expect they die pretty quick. And I do a lot of video, so they die even faster at that rate. So I always have this charger with me. This, you just plug it in, you just put it in right there. It fits all of the Sony batteries. You just put it in, and it just has a little wall mount that just goes in right there, and it has a little light to tell you when it's fully charged and when it's still charging and stuff like that. So I pretty much bring that with me on every shoot, because almost every wedding is longer than that 2 battery 100% battery life. They do charge pretty quick, so other than that, that's really the only complaint I have. But that is a very useful little thing that I didn't think I would need, but Apple has let me down. I had to spend another $100, well, $80 because I got it on sale, but another $100 to get this is just transfers over the 2 USB Type-C's. This is a SD card, and then micro SD card up top, and then 2 USB 3.0s, and then on the front it does have an HDMI out, so that way if you are trying to put this onto your monitor or anything like that, or just display it, you don't have to worry about buying just that $30 cable from going USB-C to HDMI. This was actually a really good one that I found. It has really good reviews on it. I got it from Best Buy. The only thing that I don't like, other than the fact of having to use it, but the only thing I don't like is that this little thing right here is removable. And if you don't have this, if you don't have the little black piece and you just have it pure solid space gray like this, it has a gap in between what your computer is seeing and this thing right here. So that is a huge ugly thing, and it looks like it's about to fall out. So I don't really like it. That's probably the only downfall I have with my MacBook, is just the fact that it has no ports and I can't do anything with it if I don't have that thing with me. So I just want to make this video just to show you guys everything that I kind of carry around as far as tech, as far as the photo and video side of everything. It has grown tremendously. I did not buy these things all at one time, so don't feel overwhelmed like you have to buy these, or that you're not going to be good if you don't buy them. They were things that I slowly, progressively bought, and each one serves a different purpose in its own way. No, I don't need any of these things. I could probably still be doing the exact same quality video and photo with just the same kit lens and a tripod that I started with, but they are tools. Tools are just here to help you make your life a little bit easier, but they're not meant to rely on. It's not a crutch, it's a tool. Nevertheless, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up. Make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. And once you hit the subscribe button, if you hit that little bell, you get notified every time that I upload a video or every time that I go live. So I do stream on my PC right here as well, so you don't want to miss out on any time I do that. I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace out. I will see you guys in the next one.
heart.